Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I sure am. Today I want to talk a little bit about the Reversal Showdown new event that just came up and how to defeat it easily, right? So this is an event where you are fighting against the NPCs in this case, which are supposed to be ourselves, and we are the monsters, just like in that other dungeon, the the ruined ancient city, but in this case it's the opposite, right? So how do we defeat this easily? Well, of course, there's gonna be a matter of actually using your coins, right? So the more coins you have, you're gonna be able to afford to buy better and better of these the monsters, right? And then you will be able to form yourself a team and use those monsters against the enemies in this case to defeat the different waves, right? So I'm just gonna show you real quick. We are in a V3. I haven't defeated this one just yet, and I think I got a pretty good comp. So if you are having any trouble with this, which you should probably not because it's pretty damn easy, but if that is the case in any sort of way, let me just show you how I would do it, right? So I got a couple of these bosses or monsters, and I got a setup where I got myself a bit of a tank here. We got Lamp Thief, who's got a lot of HP. He doesn't do anything, but he's just a big, beefy boy. And it restores 2% of max HP per second. And I'll use that as my tank, and then I'll drop some of the big boys like the Pirate Dragon, then the Perry, and as well as the Chrono Tyrant Warrior. I just chose those three kind of randomly, but I did see that the Pirate Dragon is quite strong. He's got a lot of attack, and then he's got basic attacks have a 60% chance to trigger a combo, gain some crit rate, crit damage per second, right? So he's pretty damn strong, and then I'm just using some of the other monsters that I bought for myself before I was able to get into the red tier ones, right? So let me just show you. Let me just start a battle and see what I would do. So first of all, I would drop my tank here, then I would follow it up by in this case the dragon, and then I will try to go to multiple lanes if things are looking all right. That way you can make sure that you are gonna defeat this in time. Now the problem here is, do you have enough time? And if you are spending your coins on buying the higher tier monsters, you should definitely be able to afford to have a pretty proper setup like I have right here, and then defeating multiple lanes is not a big issue, right? In this case, at this point in this level where I am, if you are well, maybe I'm having a little bit of trouble in this lane, but if you are trying to go one lane at a time, you will probably have some issues. And as you saw there, I just did it totally fine and with no problem. I did all 3 stars. But if you're trying to go one lane at a time, which is usually what I did on the first couple levels, then you will see that the cooldown on the monsters here, the red monsters, is too high, so you probably won't be able to do all 3 lanes just dropping everything in one lane at a time. So I try to just do 2 lanes at a time, doing my setup as I mentioned, using the Lamp Thief as my tank for the first lane, and then dropping the dragon and dropping something else, following it up. And then I try to go to some of the lane, dropping for example, I used the Subaquatic Explorer as a tank, and then I follow it up by the Lion Guard and all that stuff. So I just try to really form 2 fronts of attack, make sure that I have something beefy that's gonna last for a little while. In this case, the Subaquatic Explorer has 50% damage resistance when first entering combat, decreasing by 5% per second, so he's gonna be pretty beefy as well. I use him as a tank in the other lane. So yeah, I would just like I did, I'll do it again just to show you here. I'll drop the Lamp Thief, I'll drop some of those guys, and then I'll drop the tanks over there like that, and I'll make sure that both lanes are safe and fine. I'll just use everything, and yeah, one lane is just gonna pretty much just be defeated easily. If I am lacking something in the middle lane, in this case for example, I might be a little bit short now, then I'll try to reinforce that one, or just set up a second wave and make sure I drop everything beefy on the top lane and just drop some backup stuff on the lower lane, right? Because it's gonna be pretty easy. At this point we are pretty much guaranteed to win if I just drop some beefy stuff down here. I miss my tank, but yeah, you see, it is pretty damn easy, especially if you are using those coins. Now, if you don't use those coins and you are just saving them for some reason, then, well, it's gonna be a little bit harder. Now, the coins themselves, let me just quickly go ahead and see what I can read. They will be converted to gold for 1,000 gold each once the events end, so you kind of don't want to use them all, really. Because at some point you will just be able to defeat everything, and then if you keep the coins you will be able to get more gold out of them, and therefore be able to upgrade your lamp quickly. But at the same time you want to be able to make sure to defeat everything, so that's a way to do it. Just I think tomorrow might be the last day, I'm not sure. I think Boyd comes after Abyss, right? So tomorrow we'll be able to obtain the crown, which is going to be the last thing we get as a reward from this event. It's pretty damn cool. But there is also a whole lot of other stuff to get every day, as you already saw. You can get a big bunch of diamonds, you can get a big bunch of lamps, tickets, etc, etc. pretty cool. This event is pretty damn nice. I really enjoyed it, and that's how you can do it for yourself. Now, if tomorrow is a little bit harder, I'll do another video and we'll talk a little bit about it, but it's gonna be pretty much just the same. Try and make sure you get some of these red tier monsters, I'll call them. That's if you're struggling in some way. There's other versions here for the Chrono Tyrants. In this case, you've got this one, which has a chance for combo and critical hit with each basic attack and deals a bunch of damage every 3 attacks or combos, right? So you got different options for more aggressiveness or more defensiveness, so make sure you pick and choose really what you are thinking that's going to be best. But really, if you're going to be using all the coins, you should have no issues just building yourself a good setup that's going to defeat everything with no issues, and really just try to go for different lanes at the same time. There's also the whale here, which is going to be doing just 20% of the target's max HP in one hit, and then stun them, and then it's gonna die. So basically, if you are just missing a little bit of HP in one lane, this is a way of just nuking that lane, and you forget about sending any of the troops. You can just focus on the other lanes, like it happened previously on that attempt. I had one lane in the middle which didn't quite die. Well, you can just nuke it with this one as well, right? But yeah, pay attention to the cooldown on these guys. 24 seconds for the red ones, and then it goes down 20 seconds for the yellow ones, and 15 for the blue ones, right? So yeah, make sure you check out those stats. But of course, the red ones are the strongest ones. They have the biggest amount of defensiveness. They all sort of have a similar attack level. As you can see, they all do like 130. The blue ones even do 120, right? So it's not so much just about the red ones doing more attacks or just you know, being stronger offensively, but they do have more effects on them. They have a little bit higher of HP, they have a higher attack speed and such, so they are definitely stronger. But it's mainly about building a setup that has a little bit of tankiness, a little bit of a front line, and maybe some other effects like stuns or AoE or something that buffs the other units. There's different effects on all these different units that are going to be pretty handy. So yeah, hopefully that was useful to you. It's a pretty damn cool event. There's going to be 2 more days actually, tomorrow and then day 5, so there will be even more stuff to come. But yeah, if you want to unlock even more rewards, of course, you can choose to pay. And if you're going to be doing so, please check out Aptoide. It's going to be pretty damn handy. With Aptoide, you can claim even more value for your money when making any purchases in this game or any other Android game or mobile game or game on an emulator on your PC, for example. I also got a video on how to set everything up on Aptoide if you want to play Legend of Mushroom over there. But basically, with Aptoide, what you're going to be doing is the following. When you try and pay, you're going to be prompted to do so through the AppCoins wallet, and you're going to be earning some bonuses that can go up from 10% all the way up to 35% as an extra value for your money. Then you can use those bonuses to make purchases with the extra value you got with the bonuses instead of with your real money. So right here, I'm being told that with the current purchase, with the bonus that I have unlocked right now, which is only about 5%, then I would be getting 0.07 euros as extra value. Then I could use those bonuses as a way of just making this purchase for me instead of actually using my actual real money, right? So I've been using this for a little while. It is pretty damn handy. You can use my code down in the description. It's going to increase that bonus by a flat 5% from the get-go, and then the more purchases you do, the more bonuses you will unlock and the higher rewards you will get. This is basically like earning discounts for further purchases when making a purchase now, so you can afford more stuff later in the future. Just like I like to call it, it's better value for your money. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. There's guides and everything down in the description on how to set it up, and any questions also drop them down below in the comment section. I'll gladly answer them. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. See ya.